Hello everyone, welcome back to Project Zomboid. So today we are going to look at getting a bit of tractoring done. As you saw, we just drove back from the previous episode, back from that warehouse area, and we're looking at fixing up these plowshares now. As you can see, this one is going to take a propane torch and 2 metal bars to fix up, which is not terrible. We should be able to do that. And that was the one that was broken. So let's take a look at the mechanics on the plough. And it's in decent condition for the most part, except for that other ploughshare, which is completely knackered. Well, albeit completely knackered, it's like 3%. That's not going to function. So go ahead and uninstall that one and just plonked it on the ground for now. And then I'm going to have to go grab the bits to actually fix it. But before we do that, I'm going to have a quick look at the cedar as well and just see what we can repair on that. Yes, it looks like 2 of the tyres are pretty manky there. I'm pretty sure we've got spares around the shop here somewhere we can replace those with. And the right rear suspension isn't the best, but I'm pretty sure we can get away with that. However, the main things to do is going to be to fix these cedar tanks, and we've got to take the cedar plate off first to get to that. Now, both of those are going to need repairing. Let's have a look, see what they are going to require. Now, the cedar plate itself is going to take, let's see, propane and small metal sheets, or scrap metal. So that's not too bad, and the tank itself is going to take a metal sheet or 2 small ones. That's fine, we've got plenty of supplies we can use to do that. So let's just pop these on the ground, not in the cedar, actually on the ground. There we go, let's chuck them down here. There's one, and there's the other. Okay, so let's go into the shed here and pick up some of the supplies that we are going to need. Let's have a look now. Yeah, we're going to need some propane torches for sure. I'm going to grab one of these welding masks just in case, because knowing my luck, I'll need one, but I won't bring one. And if I bring one, I'm not actually going to need it. So yeah, better to just bring it with us and not have to worry. Yeah, grabbed a couple of propane torches from there, and I'm hoping we can use these broken metal bars to actually fix those things as well, because I know you can use those for doing the windows, like what's it, like when you board them up, you barricade the windows. That's the word I'm looking for. I know you can barricade windows with broken bars, so I'm hoping I can use them for repair work as well. We're going to need 6 small metal sheets here. Hopefully that might be a bit too much, but better than not enough. And let's grab ourselves a handful of regular metal sheets as well. Okay, got all that lot back out into the sort of workshop barn area. Dropped some of the plates on the floor by the cedar. And took 2 bars over here, repaired the first one of the ploughshares. It was completely knackered. That is sitting in the inventory there. That's up to 60%. That's not terrible. Okay, we got... yeah, I could repair it again, but I'm not going to worry about that. So let's repair the second one. That should go up the same. We've got 3 metal bars there. Oh, and I just realised it used the one out of my toolbar as well, the one that we were using as a weapon. Well, that's rude. But anyway, let's repair this with 2 more metal bars and have a look and see how that went up. Then we've got 1 bar left, and hang on, that says it's not been repaired and it's condition 3, but it's used both of the metal bars. Well, balls, that's rude. Okay, I'm going to have to get some more metal bars and just fix that up quick. So I hopped over to the shed, grabbed that, fixed it, came back here, and let's plonk that on. And I did put the other one on the plough itself first, just to make sure, in case it was some odd bug from having one already in my inventory, or some weird little hiccup like that. But that's done. So now the plough is in pretty good working order, for the minute at least. So let's have a check on the seeder itself. Now, I'm going to grab a couple of the small sheets and get this seeder plate fixed. That should knock it up by potentially 61%. And that one nicely went up to 84, so that's good. That one's looking quite tasty, and just to avoid any incidents like last time, I think I'm just going to... actually, no, we can't install that yet because we've got to put the tank on first, then the seeder plate. Okay, let me repair that as well then. Now, I just got to grab the sheet off the ground. For some reason, this one won't pick it up off the ground and use it. It has to be in your inventory. But that's not a problem. So let's get that repaired, and should be in the inventory there. That has gone up to 72%. Okay, well, that's not so bad. Let's get that installed. And there we go. Plonk that on, and plonk on the seeding plate as well. Nice. Now, I think I'm going to repair this one as well, and of course I've got to take the plate off first to get to the tank. But yeah, that one could use a little bit of repair since it's under 50%. And you know, we've got plenty of metal bits here. So let's get that fixed. Lovely. And plonk that back on. And that went up to 80%, so that's good. The plate itself didn't need repairing, so there we go. Well, that's got the back end of the seeder fairly well sorted. But now what we've got to do is put the tyres on. And this was about the time I ran into quite a bit of glitching. And I say glitching, basically what happened was the tyres, when you take the tyres and the suspension off, you can put the suspension back on, but when you try and put the tyres on, it was coming up with an interesting error message saying I needed to install brakes first. But there aren't any brakes on there to install or to remove, and I couldn't actually take off one of the wheels either. It was all a bit weird. However, I did manage to find a bit of a fix for it. As you can see here now, we've got it all sorted and back up to speed. It is in a decent condition, and what we ended up doing was going into the debug mode, and through one of the sort of cheat options where you can just force all the mechanics, so you don't have to take everything off in order and reinstall it in specific orders. You can just remove any items instantly, replace them instantly with other ones. That was what we did. It did create a couple of duplicates, but I deleted those as well. So basically we used the tyres that we had on the floor and then deleted the duplicates that it made of them when I installed them through the debug menu. And then we put everything back on as it should have been, and yeah, so now we've got these 2 crappy tyres left, which we'll maybe try to repair at some point or just dispose of somewhere. We'll have a think about that later. But yeah, so there we go. We've now got our seeder and one of the ploughs back up to snuff, so we should be able to start using them in just a little bit. Alrighty, so after the few issues we had with the old farm equipment there, what I ended up doing was some minor work around the farm, just repairing some of the things that we'd already had, some of the other vehicles, hitting it all up with a little bit of what do you call it? Just a little bit of TLC, minor repairs on the vehicles, that sort of thing. And got a little bit more of the loot unloaded from the back of the van and everything, and figured we'd come out here on the mower now and start trying to clear out some of this field a bit more. So I think part of the problem the plows were having, and one of the reasons they got so damaged, was because of all this corn, this dead corn that's here, and also the trees and other odds and sods that are in this field. So what I'm going to try and do is clear out as much of it as we can. I think that we may need to clear out with a trowel. Remove debris. Yes, no? Rude, we can't remove that. Oh, that's annoying. I assume there's nothing there to pick up either. No. Okay. Well, hopefully that won't bugger up the plough any more than the rest of it did. But yeah, I figure we can mow all this down with our fantastic mower that we found, and then we can come back here on another day with the tractor itself and the plough, and go through here and give it all a good solid ploughing. Will this kill the bushes as well? Oh, it does. Fantastic. Now, obviously this is quite a massive field, so I don't know that we're going to actually plough all of it. Oh, there's a tree there. Yeah, I don't know we are actually going to plough the whole thing out. Yeah, we may well do a fairly large chunk of it. And we do have quite a lot of trees down here to take care of, it seems. Oh, crikey. Yeah, that's a massive forest we've got going on. Okay, we'll have to come back with a pickup truck anyway at some point and clear out as many of these trees as we can. Because, you know, it's all helpful wood that we can use for fencing in the farm area as much as we can. Yes, this is going to be quite a big task. And there are a lot of branches and stuff here. I'm almost wondering if we could get away with setting fire to it. That could be dangerous, but it is a possibility. Oh, and those crops we've got planted there, they seem to be just decorative things. Oh, that's a tree. Yeah, I've not had any success with them doing anything at the moment. In fact, if we hop out quick now and just double check, yeah, there's nothing we can loot from the wheat. Nothing we can do to it if we right click on it, just sow a seed in the thing underneath, but that's okay. And the same with this as well. It says it's a corn plant, but there's again nothing we can do with it. So I have a feeling that what we may have to do, I don't know if we can forage anything from here actually. Let's have a quick look, see if it's going to let us forage anything. Nah. Kind of didn't think it would, but who knows. It's always worth a try, right? I don't think they... Yeah, we can't even mow them, so we'll most likely just have to remove them and destroy them at some point. But yeah, in terms of this field, we'll plough probably a fair chunk of it, I think. But obviously we're not going to sow seeds in all of it, because that would be an insane amount of crops to have. And it would be an insane amount of crops to actually have to water as well. That's the other thing. We haven't found anything that would help us spray the crops with water. Now, actually, I wonder... No, well, we did have a water tank, I think, that we found a tanker a while ago. But I don't think that actually sprays. I think that is just a vessel for carrying large quantities of. But we do have a mod installed that adds... what is it? It's a small scale sprayer. It's part of this mowing pack. So we might go out on another run and look for that eventually at some point. Most likely after we've planted the crops, of course. Because we can always water them a bit by hand, and if we find something later on, that's fine. But you can see up here the wall that we've started building just from the remnants of the trees that we had in the fields nearby. So yeah, I'm just trying to think how much of this we really need to mow out now. So let's get down here. Oh, I had a feeling there was a tree there. That's the one annoying thing sometimes with this game. You can't always see the trees when you come at them from that angle. Yeah, they just hide themselves a little bit because of the way the game loads textures and all those fun things. But yeah, I think if we come down to this line that I'm making now, which would be really hard to see until we pack it out just a bit more. Oh, there's some bales up there. I wonder if there's another farm building or something. I mean, it could be. You never know. I haven't looked at the global map. Probably just another field. I would say a field that we own, but we don't actually own this technically. We're just taking it over. Zombie apocalypse ownership, there you go. Okay. It's hilarious that this thing's actually more efficient when you go backwards than it is when you go forwards. But yeah, we are mowing through quite a chunk of this now. So I'll get this finished, and like I say, not all finished, but we'll trim down. I think that's as far to the south as we're going to go. So we'll just get these last few bits done, and then we'll have to get the truck out, the little red pickup truck over, and start chopping down all these wooden trees, because there's other kinds. I'm just saying all the words today, huh? Yeah, well, in fact, by the time we get finished with this, it will probably be a new day again, so we shall see how that goes. But yeah, there's a lot more trees up on this end. How far up from the entrance are we now? I mean, we are... Oh, crumbs. I'm going to need to repair this thing if I'm not careful. How far down did we go? We did go quite a way down, I suppose. Yeah, we'll probably clear that forest out back there. Let's see if we come at it from this side. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of trees down on this end as well, so actually getting through it and being able to plough all the way down to the edge here can be a bit difficult too. But, I mean, actually I think we've come quite a solid way already with the ploughing. So yeah, maybe we'll just tidy this edge up a little bit and just come up to this, around about this sort of area. So yeah, I'll carry on with this, and we'll come back again probably in the morning the next day, and you can see the results, as it were, because we will go through all these, get all these little trees and bits and bobs out the way, and who knows, maybe we'll start building some more wall up there. It's certainly not going to hurt to have some defences out here. Okay, we are back. It is now the next morning. Well, it's actually just turned afternoon. It's now midday on the 24th of September in game. And as you can see, we are in the tractor now. So let me just hop out and you'll see why. Oh yes, we are going to do some farming with a fanny pack on. But anyway, yes. The main aim today is to get a little bit of farming done. Well, I say today, you know. We've got a bunch of the space cleared out now, as you are about to see. And I left some of the trees in that large clump because, quite frankly, I chewed up tons of them. And now I'm driving through a bunch on this end. But yeah, I'd cleared out a bunch of the trees and figured, yeah, that was probably enough. So, oh, I forgot those ones down there, didn't I? Well, that's rude. Oh well. Never mind, we've got tons of space up here to actually... Why is this thing having such a mare? It isn't going very well, is it? Well, we're on the field now. I'm actually going to get out quick and have a look at the mechanics on it, just in case. Because that does seem a little bit peculiar. Just make sure the tyres are okay. 40. They are performance heavies. And, I mean, these are regular heavy duty. I don't know if that's what the problem is. But, I mean, everything's sort of powered, inflated as much as it should be. But, who knows. We'll see how it is once we get going. But, yeah, so, as you can see... In fact, can I roll the window down on this? No. I cannot roll the window down. But I can lower the plough. Yeah, as you can see, we have cleared out quite a lot of this field now. Yeah, we've got some nice area to plough up in. And that is what we are going to do. Let's raise that. And I'm hoping, since we've cleared out all those trees and bushes and other odds and sods, that it is going to make it much easier on the old plough device, because that really kind of went a bit wrong the last time and broke the plough dead quick. Now, of course, it might just be a feature of the plough that it's going to work like that. I don't fully know. But we are going to plough it until we can plough it no more. And if it does, in fact, have a bit of an issue, then we'll just go with it, as they say, and hope for the best. But I'm hoping if I lift it properly and try not to drag it through all those bushes and do that to it, because that wasn't smart. But yeah, you can see we've cleared out all this area up here. So we've got quite a nice sized area to plough in. And it was this corner off to the right, which you'll see in a minute if I can get the tractor back on. There we go. Lower. Now, why do I keep bringing that up? Yeah, these ones just over here you can see. I left them because I figured, at this point it's not going to hurt us to leave them there. We're going to have plenty of field to work with. And apparently now I'm drowsy. That figures, doesn't it? I finally start doing some work, and then I get sleepy. Maybe it's just really relaxing doing this field, that's what it is. Okay. Plough down. Oh, I keep pressing that button. And of course I'm leaving a line there, but we'll come back and fix that. So yeah, this is looking quite good. Now, my plan for this is to actually not do any seeding straight away, because what we are going to need to do, I need to get rid of that tree as well, what we are going to do is finally head down to that, thank you Windows for binging at me, we are going to head down to that warehouse we were talking about ages and ages ago, but never actually got down to because we got distracted by the Lake Ivy Township map on the way, and never ended up actually going to that warehouse, which was humorously unfortunate. But yeah, the idea is we're going to head down there and see if we can find ourselves some actual corn and wheat seeds, because they should be in the game now, since I did install the farming mod, or the other farming, seeding, growing mod thing. So yeah, that's the plan before we actually get any seeding going. So I am going to continue on doing some ploughing. And I'm probably going to leave all sorts of funky little strips. Yeah. It's kind of hard to gauge with this where it actually is, or I'm just terrible at it, one of the two. And there is a tree, so yeah, that is probably as far down as we're going to go, because I don't want to risk damaging it any more than it already has been. So head up here. Obviously there's a few bits of grass in the middle of that need doing, and probably a couple of spots that I can most likely fill in with a trowel later on. But yeah, there we go. Hopefully the twigs and stuff that are in the ground won't be causing us any issues with the plough. Because I moved all the large wooden logs and stuff, but just didn't bother getting the small twigs. And if it's not Windows blaring at me, it's my phone giving me weather updates. But yes, lovely. So yeah, this is all looking quite good. We've got a massive bit of land ploughed out here, and I missed that again. It's just a wee bit. I could try reversing this, but no, not right. I knew that was going to happen, because this thing goes backwards very, very quickly. Not nearly as slowly as it goes forwards. Okay, should be able to catch that now. Lovely, getting that out of the way. Yeah, it's almost like when it's raised, the thing has a slight problem, or if I reverse slightly it sort of straightens it out again. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe we'll have to change the wheels on the tractor at some point, make them all either sport or performance heavy duty or regular heavy duty, and see if that solves the problem. Because obviously if they are two different types it may not like it 100%, but who knows. Okay, let's plonk it down there. And off we go. Lovely. So yeah, I think that's where we are going to end it for today. We'll finish the little bits of ploughing, that little area up the top here, obviously this little strip here, and tidy up the rest of it, get all the odds and ends cleared up in the field, and then next time we are going to go off looking for some seeds. Now I know we've got, actually we do have quite a good amount of seeds I think, just not corn or wheat or any of the other kind. In fact I think we can get tea seeds now as well, so who knows, maybe we'll plant some tea. Alex. And of course I'm missing the very strip I was trying to get. Oh, that's not gone. Oh, and I missed a bit there as well. Darn it. Drop it down. See, I'm trying to talk and do precision farming all at once, and it's not going well. Yes. If you have enjoyed whatever this has been, and it's been a thing, then do please give us a like, hit the old subscribe button there too if you haven't already, and do please come back and join us next time when hopefully I've figured out how to go forwards and backwards in a tractor. And yeah, I'll come back next time when we are doing our seeding work, hopefully, or at least on the way down to the balls. That noise that you just heard as I was getting ready to do the outro was the plough breaking. So let's have a look. I imagine this thing is totally buggered up. Yep, that one's, one of them's fallen off and the other one's just about to fall off. Okay, well there you go folks, so that is all our ploughing done for right now. Now we can repair that with 2 metal bars, but it's only going to repair at 33 or 31% rather. So we may, I don't know if we can actually do anything with those, maybe turn them into a weapon or something. But I don't think we can wield them in any way, shape or form. Yeah, it doesn't, or maybe because it's broken it's not going to let me do that. I don't think I can take the other one out, can I? Will you let me take you out? I need a screwdriver. Yeah, it's down in my bag. But yeah, so I'll get the plough sorted. I'll have to put some new plough bits in it, and then finish off that little patch up there. But yeah, so that's it for today, I think, after all that. You saw a bit of farming, a bit of mowing, a bit of clearing, and yeah, I think we are getting on very nicely. And hopefully next time we'll get some seeds in the ground, and quite possibly even go on a fishing trip at some point in the near future, after everything is started. But yes, I shall bid you all farewell, and hopefully we'll see you next time here on the Project Zomboid playing as me farming challenge thingy. Cheerio, everyone.